Hello everyone and welcome to another Sims 4 video on my channel. My name is Simon. I'm so glad you could make it. So today this will be a little bit different to my usual building videos since I'm having a look at what other creators built for my challenge, my Instagram challenge Bay Window 2K that I've been hosting for the last couple of weeks. The reason for starting this challenge was, well, celebrating reaching 2,000 followers on Instagram, and by now the amount has almost doubled, and I'm very thankful for that. I'm very thankful for the support and the amazing feedback that I get on Instagram. Over here on YouTube it is a little bit quieter, and with this video I hope that I could maybe carry over a couple of my Instagram followers to my YouTube by announcing the winner of my challenge here. So if you're new here, you might want to check out some of my other videos after this one. There are about a dozen already, and I'm putting out a new one every week. So if you like seeing my builds on Instagram, you might want to consider subscribing to my YouTube as well, because here you actually see how I built them. And with every build, I try to do something new, try to challenge myself, try to use new techniques and do things differently and keep them interesting. So go ahead, hit that subscribe button. It would be very much appreciated, and it would give me the drive to continue doing videos. So with that said, let's move on to the challenge. I decided on 15 entries to feature. These are my favorites, although it did change on the mood of the day, but I decided on these, and there were so many others that had something going on for them, and I was a little bummed to leave them out, but I had to come to a selection, and this is the one that I came up with. And at the end of the day, it is all subjective, but I tried really hard to keep everything fair and square. I did come up with 3 judging criteria, the first being the most important one, which is aesthetics. So is this visually appealing? Is it interesting? What was my immediate response when I saw it? So it is a very subjective and vague criteria. The second is a little more specific. It involves the bay window part. So how well was the bay window featured? Did the creator come up with a creative and interesting purpose for it? And how unique and surprising was that purpose? And the third criteria would include technique and how clever and creative was the design. So did the creator come up with like a very creative way to build new furniture, maybe using tool? Was there something that like really wowed me and surprised me about the building aspect of this room? But the entries didn't have to fulfill each and every single one of the criteria. A lot of them just excelled at one, and that wowed me nonetheless. So now that you know what aspects I was interested in and I was looking for, I would say let's get into it and start with touring these amazing builds. I decided, as I said, on 15, and there are 10, I would say, honorable mentions, and they are in no particular order. And then we move on to a top 5. The first 3 of those are also in no particular order, and then I have a runner-up and 1 winner. Let's get into it, and we'll start with the first one of the top 15, and this is Honey May Sims' Food Critics Kitchen. So this is one that is like visually stunning. I think it has a very, very clean design, very clean, crisp colors, a very stark contrast between the black and the light wood, and she made a lot of interesting things here that I really responded well to. She created these custom cabinets here with the immaculate shelf, and then this eco lifestyle wall decor. And she created a custom sink, which I also responded very well to. I think I'm gonna say that a lot today. The obvious highlight is, of course, this dining table that she built here, and for that she used a awning that came with Get Together, and she aligned it with a tool with those eco lifestyle wall decorations and created this really, really cool glass table. And the bay window also is absolutely the center piece of, or the focal point of this build, and she did a really great job at accentuating it, and but also creating like a very, very beautiful and stylish room. It is like so clean and so beautiful. I really, really loved it a lot. So, and the next one that we have here is, this is Simster 4 Builds. Japanese inspired tea room. And this one, I think I'm gonna remove the walls here real quick. This is just a very, very elegant and again, a very stylish room. I think this was one when I saw that post on Instagram. I was like immediately like, this is so pretty. Like the post is very, very, very beautiful, but the build itself so elegant, and the design is really cool that she did use these different heights of platforms here to kind of create different rooms within a room, or like dividers, and the Japanese inspired theme. I think she nailed that totally, obviously with the Snowy Escape furniture, but also by using these eco lifestyle window blinds here, or these swiveling windows. And I never used this swatch before, the flower one. I always used like these plain ones. And I just thought using these flowers here and combining the two packs was like a very, very clever idea, and it's just visually appealing to the max. I can't stop looking at it because it's so pretty. Okay, so the next one is by Mischieful, and this creator asked me upfront if it was okay to use pools. Obviously these disappear when you upload them as a room to the gallery, but I said that it was okay. I'm so happy that I said yes, because this is just really, really cool. I love the idea of creating like a Roman inspired bath almost, and this was just so well executed to kind of create this luxurious feel, and it's just very luxurious, very glamorous. I loved the visual of this and the impact it had. It's just really unlike anything else that was uploaded. Okay, so the next entry is by XO Creates Sims, and what she did is she created a, I would say, mid-century inspired office, and this on its own looks very pretty. I find what really is the star of this build are the custom furniture. So she created not only this like big coffee table that she created from a side table and a dining table, she also created a boss desk. Like, if this isn't the desk of a boss, I don't know. Really, really interesting design. This is also something I would not have come up with, and it works so well, like enlarging this regular base game desk with the kitchen counters to give it a little bit more impact. And this alone is very, very cool, but what really, really spoke to me is this custom bookshelf. Like, this is just magnificent. I love everything about it. It is like such a cool design, like how she like created these different textures with here, these are the eco lifestyle wall decor, the wooden beams, and then she used the immaculate shelf and turned it around with a tool and created this really, really, really cool design that is also beautifully decorated. I would just love to have this as an object that I could like plop into builds on its own, but the fact that it is just custom build makes this like so amazing. She must have put so much work into this. I really love this bookcase. Okay, next one we have Larisande's tea shop, little tea shop, and this is again one that just really spoke to me immediately on a visual level. This is just so pretty, so beautiful, such a simple but very, very effective design. You immediately know what it is. You get a feeling of the people that go there. It's just so alive and vibrant, even without any Sims in here. It's just very, very realistic. I love the little details here, creating this amazing atmosphere and very, very pretty visual. So yeah, I love this one a lot. So next one we have, this is difficult to pronounce. I think it's Danaida Sims. And she created this bed and breakfast dining nook, like breakfast area. It looks simple, but there is so much to it. I will take it apart. Don't feel like triggered or anything that I delete anything here. I will undo it in a minute. But I just want to show you guys what she really accomplished here by using tool and manipulating so many objects and combining them. This is the immaculate shelf. Then there is this sofa from City Living, and then there's the vintage glamour bench here. And combining these things together, she created this built-in bench. And there's even more, like she created this buffet here, and then there's the fireplace. Initially, she had a wall here, and she asked me if it was okay, and was like, let's keep it fair and square. Why don't you change that and use tool and like pretend there's a wall? And she did that, and she excelled at that. Like she enhanced that fireplace with these debug columns here. And I think this is just really cool. Like the fact that she created so many custom things but made them look like they actually belonged in the game as like actual objects. I just found that so cool, and this is so well done. Okay, next one we have Sunny Simsy, and she created a very cluttered kids room. This is also my initial response to this was like, wow, how cool. This like immediately reminded me of my kids room when I was little. Like this was my room in a cleaned up state. And yeah, I think what she did here is really cool. All the clutter, and it just felt like very lived in, and also the way she aligned all the different beds here really spoke to me. This is like very well designed. It's spaced out and cluttered at the same time. I really loved all the things she did here. It feels like very alive, very worthy of a feature, I think. Okay, and next up we have Kogi Creatives Fashion Designer Showroom. And this is one that really featured the bay window in a very interesting and cool way, to have it like as this kind of window display for the fashion designer to show off their creations. She used a lot of furniture that I usually avoid. Like this drawer here, the reclaimed pine wood board, I've never used that. Like this is like really not my style, as well as this chair here from Get Famous and all these things, and this mirror as well. But she just like nailed this. She used all these items that I usually would avoid and made me love them. Like everything works so well here. What really like nailed it on the head was the desk area here. Like she created this custom desk with like, this is a shelf, these are the get together cabinets, or the drawers, whatever, all these magazines down there. Then she made this shelf on top of the desk that also was very clever. I found I would have never thought of putting the drawers up here. And she also, what I loved a lot when I realized, like she just stacked all of these like blueprints here. In this case, they would be like, what is it, fashion sketches, right? And I just felt like this was very well cluttered, very well designed. I immediately got an idea of the person that works here, and again, like the accentuation of the bay window was very successful here. And the next one is by a creator that only uploaded this to the gallery. Like I don't know if they have like an Instagram or anything else. I assume not, because they would probably like have this in their bio. And so it was like a bit of a surprise, because of course I knew most of the entries from Instagram posts that I was tagged in, so I had already had an idea of what they would look like. But this one, I just, like I saw it for the first time this weekend. I really loved what the creator did here. They created this industrial bedroom that in itself looks very cool, but there are also like very interesting design ideas that really go incredibly well with the industrial theme. So they created this custom bed here, like using the Seasons bed, but creating a headboard out of these fence pieces. And there's also like a fence here, another fence that they used as kind of like wall paneling. And then this I found extremely cool, like a corner shelf. And for this, they used this metal bridge kind of thing that also came with Eco Lifestyle. And like this is like sized down like to a very, very small amount. Very clever. I would have never thought of that. That's a very, very cool idea. And then also this like custom desk, also creating this odd shape that I would have never thought of, and it works so well here. This is really, really cool. And then really owning this industrial theme, I thought, and like very well constructed, very well designed, and also like technically very, very good. Like building these custom furniture, I just really love this entry. Okay, moving on to the next one, and this is by Sul Melly, and she created a dorm room. This is also one that I love for its clutter, and like immediately responded to that very well because it feels like so realistic. She has this dorm room that has like is not cleaned up at all, and she has like even like the liquor bottles and the plastic cups out, and created a very nice desk area over here. And what she did is put the poker table or a card table here in the center of the bay window. And I thought this was a very simple but very clever way to accentuate it. And I also love this item in the game. I use it very often as to add some activity to my builds. In general, this is also like something that I responded to aesthetically. Immediately loved it. And what she did here, and like that I could really grasp like what kind of people live here. And I love this. This was a very well made, very realistic, very authentic. I love this a lot. Yeah. Next one. Are we there already? I think this is the top 5. I think we're moving on to the top 5. Were these 10 entries? Let me check. Yep, these were 10. Okay, and then we're moving on to the top 5. And these again are in no chronological order until I reach the runner-up, but I will say who that is. So in no particular order, the top 5, we have the Doggy Daycare by Simsmusia. And I just love the idea. This is also something no one did. Like no one did a pets themed room, which I loved. And what I loved the most about this is also like the focalization or the accentuation of the bay window using like a doggy little sleeping area / playpen. This is really, really lovely. Very, very beautifully decorated. I found, again, I love the custom things she did here. So she created this desk, front desk, I would say, like a receptionist desk with like many items. And this was a very, very cool idea, I found. But for me, the star is definitely like the little doggy area here. I thought it was a very, very clever and unique way and very cute way to accentuate the bay window. She also created like a custom bench in there using the Eco Lifestyle windows here. That was also a very, very cool idea. And yeah, I loved the custom things she did, also like stacking these drawers from Tiny Living, and like all the detail, all the beautiful clutter that she included. Yeah, very, very beautiful, very cute room, and also very clever, really. And the next entry in the top 5, is this right? No, this is not right. This is the right one. Yeah, this is the right one. I didn't want to give the runner-up away. So this is by Eistee, and he created an industrial bedroom. And this, again, very, very well cluttered and designed and realistically designed, and like boho chic industrial style kind of apartment building. And but the star here is this custom bed created from the pallets that are actually these large couch tables that no one ever uses because they're so big. And he used them as a bed here, like a base of a bed. And this is, I thought it was very, very clever, and it looks amazing. I just think the color choices that he made here were exceptional, like the bright turquoise and the pink, and combining it like with orange and red and blue, and it just all works. It works so well. It's really beautifully cluttered and well-designed room. Very cool. And then we have another top 5 entry, and that is by, well, this is difficult to pronounce, I'm not sure, Muhe Games, excuse me. And she created a Chinese inspired office, and this immediately drew the attention to the bay window, which I loved. Like a very unique way of accentuating the bay window here. She used a room divider and placed these rocks from Snowy Escape here. And she also used the outside space to enhance the visual, really. Like, it's just so gorgeous. Like, you have this view through the window, and then you see this beautiful tree outside. It's just such an amazing visual. And I thought the room, while it is very simple and clean, I think it just adds to the effect, really. Like, the focus is really the bay window, and the rest is like supporting it. And this I found like a very successful entry, really accomplishing the assignment here, like making the bay window the star. And yeah, she did that. It's very beautiful, very unique. And using black and white to, like, it's an interesting way to stand out. Like, usually we go for color, and going for black and white here was a success. I really love this room. Okay, and then it's time for the runner-up. Well, let's just move over there. Okay, and this is by, again, sorry if I pronounce the name wrong. It's built by Bianx. Yeah, please correct me if I'm wrong. This is a bakery, and this is, again, like a very beautiful to look at and with amazing detail. Let's start over here. They used the cupcake machine, which is an item, again, like, if whoever used the cupcake machine, like I never, maybe once, but again, like, really cool idea to include this here and kind of build from that. It seems like, you know, creating this beautifully cluttered, very detailed bakery that just is so beautiful to look at on its own. They even filled these kitchen counters here. These are the Snowy Escape ones. I never go through the effort of really filling these up, but they did, and it looks so good. And they even like single espresso cups. Like, this is like the effort that went in here. Like, this is so cool. I just loved every little detail about this. Like, there's so much to discover here. Every like nook and cranny has something going on for it. But what really like hit it home, hit the ball out of the park, was the cake display here. You know, I'm not like a gameplay person. I think I never even played Get to Work properly, and I thought, like, well, it has a baking feature, so it must have like this cake display. It has one. It's not this one, because this is fully custom built, and it's just, it looks like an in-game item. It's like, this is I think it's the Moschino wall divider, the glass one, and some counters. And this is, I just love this. This is so cool. There's so much to discover here. I love all the single details. But this like custom cake display, this just really impressed me, and that is why this is the runner-up. Okay, and now it's time to crown the winner of this challenge. And I talked about the 3 criteria I had in mind: the aesthetic, accentuating the bay window, and creating something that is technically impressive and just wows me. And this entry excelled at all of these and put something on top. And it is the entry by Maya Makes Sims. She created a Sala Mayor, I hope I pronounced that right, which is a sitting room in the Philippines during the Spanish colonization. And I love that alone, like having a historical background and like recreating something from history and that maybe no longer exists. I found that pretty cool. But what she did here was really surprising to me. So at first I thought, when I saw this Instagram post, I was like, this is really pretty, really cool. but I'm afraid I have to disqualify her because she changed out the walls for fences. But she fooled me. Like this is a really cool design that she created, like this balcony here, this balcony area, not using a fence. No, she used a window, a doorway, and this is not like the in-game fence. This is a debug fence, and I didn't realize that, and this was so surprising and so cool. I was like really in awe at all of the details that she put into this alone. Like this is like really accentuating the bay window to the max. I just love this so much. But this isn't all. No. Like, what do we have? It's visually stunning. She accentuated the bay window beautifully in a very unique way, in a very surprising way. But she also created custom furniture that just blew my mind. So what she did here first is create this ceiling vault, which in itself is like very creative, very cool. You see these are the kind of like awnings, like what does it say? A decorative corbel. Okay. And she aligned these to create this ceiling vault. But what's even cooler is this custom piano, and I have never ever seen anyone take the time to really cover this piano in a way that it would actually look like, is it a wall? Do they call it wall piano? I don't know. But with this keyboard from City Living, I just thought this was so cool. Like, she built it with different wall decorations, and this is just so unique, so cool. Having this beautiful, aesthetically beautiful room, having the bay window featured in such a cool and unique way, and then having these beautiful custom furniture. This just was like the top entry for me. This is a well-deserved win in my opinion. Please tell me if you think otherwise, but I think Maya Makes Sims really deserve to win this challenge. And yeah, this was just for fun, but she is the true winner of this challenge. So congratulations to her. Check her out. I didn't know her before this challenge. I didn't know her creations. She's like still a fairly small Instagrammer, and just check out her profile, follow her, check out her other creations. This is a really cool build, and her other builds are just as cool. And yeah, I'm very thankful for this entry. I'm thankful for every entry, not only for the top 15 that I just featured, but for every single one. Your support means the world to me, and that you took the time to participate in my challenge and create something for me to see, that alone is like so cool. I'm very thankful for that. Let's see if I'll do another challenge in the near future. For now, I think I'm good, but I'm sure in the future I will do another one. I'm so thankful for all of the entries, as I said before. I will, of course, not only feature them here on the YouTube, I will in the upcoming week make Instagram posts tagging the top 15 entries there. I thought of something I think kind of cool. I think you will like it. I haven't seen anyone else do this before, featuring, you know, challenge winners or entries in this way before. So I hope you like that. That's something to look forward to. Yeah, I hope you'll enjoy that. I hope you enjoyed this challenge. I hope you think that my top 15 is a good selection. I certainly think that it is a great selection, but I think there are still so many other entries that deserve to be featured. But you know, I had to make a selection, and this was the one I came up with. So I hope you're fine with that. I hope you enjoyed these entries, and for now I think that's it. So thank you for doing this challenge. Thank you for watching this video. Please, again, like, subscribe, comment. This would really help me to continue doing this, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.